I want to do a very quick introduction about the organization and also talk a little bit about the fellowship program. I would have my team go around and introducing themselves. But briefly, LDI Africa is a nonprofit based here in Washington, D.C. And we do run a global fellowship program for mid-level business and development professionals or leaders interested in service opportunities on the African continent. They are interested to lend their expertise to the development conversation going on the continent. And we have this partnership because as an organization, we believe that the traditional way of just making donations and remittances and charity as just the only strategy for development need to be updated. And we think that our talent, our expertise and skills should match the contribution that we send home as diaspora. So we took inspiration from programs like the Peace Corps and America Vista program, and also local, by way of local I mean service program on the continent, like in Ghana, the National Youth Service Scheme, and in Nigeria, the National Youth Service Corps, having domestic volunteer service opportunity to develop a multilateral model that actually opens up a free flow of connection of service to the continent and outside of the continent. We are realizing that with a program called the Emerging Institutions Fellowship Program. And primarily we collaborate with financial institutions, investment companies. They will range from venture capital to private equity to impact investing firms. And they will nominate a local business that they have just invested into. And we would select a fellow or professional that has expertise that that local team would need to reach a scale current than what they already have. And when we started this program, when I founded this program about a little bit over 2 years ago, South Africa was the very first destination. We collaborated with an IT fund called Convergence Partners, and they have investments in the Southern African region, including Mozambique. And we had a fellow right here in the room, and they'll be talking about the work they did there about themselves shortly, led from the InfoDev World Bank project, and having had experience also with leading US investment firm to actually go to the continent to serve. And she served with Convergence Partners, and shortly after she was also hired a little bit for consultancy role. So the big picture is this, that a lot of programs out there provide emerging market experience for professionals. A lot of people use it as a field work requirement that is now increasingly required in getting a competitive job. But more than that, our goal is actually help reverse the brain drain and have diaspora move back to the continent and actually keep talent local. And while we do that, we do not limit that to just the diaspora, we open it to the rest of the world. We are very excited that this class helped us bring a new definition to that expansion, because we now have an entire new community that we're excited about, which is the African American community. So we now have African American entrepreneurs connecting to the continent and redefining the idea of partnership with Black America and just the African continent as well. So we're very excited about that. The 2014 Emerging Institutions Cohort are now getting ready to go to the continent to serve. They are serving in Senegal, in the Gambia, in Ghana, in Mozambique, and partly a little bit of South Africa, but primarily Mozambique, and in Nigeria. They'll be doing projects that range from investments to impact investing to education, and also to startup work. And we thought that South African being the very, very first destination for a fellow and continues to be a destination, we should come and actually have a conversation about a program and continue to strengthen our partnership with the region. Having said that, I did this long talk without introducing myself. So I would end with introduction, and I have other members of my team introduce themselves. So I am Gbenga Ogunjimi, the founder and the CEO of LDI Africa, and I'm excited to be here. So I guess we just go